Hi there, it is Vicki Ross back for another Tuesday afternoon of play, and I got started early. I want to play with some jelly prints, and so I started cleaning off a plate. And those of you who know me know that I leave my plates dirty, and sometimes it takes a little effort to get all of the dirty off because it's completely dry and it leaves chunkies that come off as you warm the plate up, as Robin McClendon says. So you may pick up a little and you may not pick up any, but whatever you get adds to the perfect charm. I'm going to show y'all my new totem. Looks like a balloon animal. It's a unicorn. What do you suppose this is? It's a puppy dog. No? Could be a puppy dog with a red tail. This, my friends, is what happens when you lay this on its side and then it disappears on your desk and you get this. Isn't that cool? It doesn't take much to tickle me. Okay. We'll stand that up for now. All right. I'm working through some paint and you can see all those clear spots? This is what I've gotten so far. That one still needs a few more, as does this one. This is on a piece of green tissue. Now, it may not look like much here, but that is going to be awesome. Awesome. Look at these. Those are just spectacular, as Elaine would say. And I just overlap the plate wherever it feels like it needs to go. This one's got some good crunchies on it. And then this is a little different color pattern. We could use some more on this whole page. So, oops, nothing down there. I think I'm going to go back to another nickel azo gold, or nickel quinacridone ozo gold. Robin swears by this as being a real good pickup once things start lifting. So anytime I see something new or hear something new that intrigues me, I try it. And if I like it and it sticks with me, I might remember it next time. This is a live performance. So as people trickle in and out, you're welcome to skip over those. These are kind of like clean the plate pulls. So you kind of try to let them dry enough to the paint on the plate so that you can pull some stuff up, but not too far that you leave paper on the plate. That will eventually come up, but it's a fine line there between paint sticking to the paper or paper sticking to the paint. And I think in my little pea brain that this motion applies a little bit of heat from friction. So what if that's what makes it pull up? I also like to pull slowly. See, we're getting some stuff there. Oh yeah. So I've done all those pulls on this little plate, warming up, again, as Robin McClendon calls it. Oh yeah. All those layers. Ooh. Now you take any of these with the white paper and you tea stain or coffee stain them, and all of that white paper just turns out really pretty. So now, let's see. And I did that with, can't really tell it, but it's with Golden's Titan Green Pale. And let's do some little bit of shiny, iridescent bronze, golden. This is a wonderful gold. And for some reason, don't ask me why, I'm using a credit card today instead of a brayer. And you don't want this to dry too much like that. This is just a nondescript. I'm going to do some of this, and then when I get the plate clean enough. Hey, Joycey, Holly, good to see you again this week. I'm playing with the jelly plate. And what triggered it was I always get up on Tuesday and don't really know what I'm going to work on. So then my next thought is, I'll just cancel today. They'll never miss me. But then I kind of look through a few things that I've come across, or some things just kind of pop into my iPad. And this morning it was Mary Beth Shaw demonstrating baby powder that she credited to Peg Robinson and Shel. They have a live demo, the two of them, every Thursday morning. Okay, we're not getting a whole lot, but that's okay. We're getting a little. That's all you really want. I'm going to bend this. Again, try to break up some of that. I'm going to do quinacridone again. I haven't done any jelly in a while. And I do leave my jelly plates right here where I can see them. This is the green tissue again. The tissue works great, but be careful that you don't leave it on too long because it will cling to the plate. And I've got some onion skin over here I want to work with. I'm also working through this. Papers need more. There's no point in getting a lot of other papers started that may need more. And those who don't know jelly plating, no, you don't have to do this. But it gives an old wall texture for my next project. See, I got a little bit right there. So I'm just going to come back on it and get it off. So we got a little more of the gold or the bronze. This one I'm going to move out of the way because I think it's done. All right, now let's do some white. I thought I got white out. I did. Blick. These bottles are hard plastic. And they were hard to bend to get it out. But this is a matte acrylic. Not that that matters at all. I'm using a little more paint than I would ordinarily because I'm trying to pick some stuff up. This is, I don't bother trying to line it up because you'll use bits and pieces of this. Anyway, I am oh, hi there, hi there. Hey, Crafty Kitty. How are you? Y'all don't forget the giveaway. I extended it, of course, because we didn't get to 2,000. I only need 150 more. So you can throw your hat in the ring, and the more you share it, the more tickets you get in the hopper. And the prizes are some paint and an original painting from me. I keep forgetting to mention that. So even that looks like an old plaster wall somewhere that's been cracking and peeling. And I feel like a little more of this. These are Pebeo paints. Pebeo Studio. They are iridescent. And I wish I had some black text weight paper. Let's see. If you mix these two colors together, orange and turquoise or blue, you get kind of an olive green because the orange acts as yellow. It's kind of a nondescript neutral. Now, if you were lucky enough to pull up some of that gold and bronze and stuff on the bottom of the plate, you'd really have a pretty pull because that neutral would be a good background. I don't know about y'all, but I can't keep up with all the videos and tutorials, and I'm so behind on Robin McClendon's. So I do hers for journaling mostly, and then I also try to do some fine art videos occasionally because I don't want to give that up. Nope, we're not going to get too much. But you still get a pretty pull. Look at the mess I made. Let's put some Martha Stewart. Nope. Martha Stewart glitter. Nope. I want some of this vintage leaf glitter. Here, shake it. I had to go through each one of these and water it down a little bit. Add water to it. Now this binder dries clear, but it just adds a little bit of sparkle to everything. It's got different kinds of gold leaf and glitter in it. Okay. And I haven't made any jelly prints in a long time because I've still got so many. And a lot of them, I've even got ones I did 10 years ago. The first year Jelly Plate came out. And they were in kind of garish colors. Yep, not yet. Now at some point, you just kind of get tired and go, okay, I'm gonna clean the plate. I used to watch, well, you know what? I gotta confess, I am feeling so much better since things have taken a turn in Washington. I know we're not supposed to talk politics, but I don't care. It's my channel. Anyway, I've cut back on my Twitter time, which was eating up a couple hours a day. The other thing that I'm trying to gain some skills in is Procreate on the iPad. And I had to laugh the other day. Another reason I got into painting was I kept wanting to do art on my computer. Well, the programs then were Paint. It was real cute software. It came in a paint can. But for the life of me, I couldn't figure out how to do it. I thought, you know, y'all know me. I don't know how to do that. I haven't taken a class yet. Let's see if there's anything left on there. But what bumfuzzled me was that all these paint terms, and there were looks that you could get for pastel and watercolor and oil. Uh-oh. And I didn't know what those were for. I didn't know one from the other. So I thought, well, if I learn how to paint, maybe then I could do this. Well, now we're coming full circle. All right, I think I've got enough holes in this one that we're going to quit on that one. So anyway, here I am trying to do full circle, back trying to do art on a computer screen. Clean piece of paper. So have y'all been doing anything interesting? Take a drink of water. I'll be right back. See how many folks are watching this over on the YouTube. I love StreamYard. That's what I stream through. Oops, volume. Okay. I don't know where everybody's been lately. I don't know if YouTube is throttling us or... And if I have a page that I like, I'll take a picture of it. Because you can print them and then add a little bit of... Okay, this paper might pull some more. Anyway, you can have it forever and print it. I mean, you come back on something like this, tea stain the paper, and then put maybe a sheer metallic or something like that on it, like the color shifts from Folk Art, and it's fabulous. So I don't throw anything away. Wasn't too smart to get the back of it wet, but oh well. Oh yeah. Whoops. Now what this did was it picked up one layer of the paper, but that's okay. Just pat it back down. Because you know what? With an old wall, you're going to see marks like that. Now that's getting some good grungy stuff off of it. And when you go to use it, you can put a little glue down there or something. Ooh, yeah, that's nice. In fact, I got a little bit of something on there to put that down so it won't come up so easy. That might stick it down. Look at my hands. I love it. Okay. That now is coming in good. That's still damp. And y'all know this because I've told you before. I print out anything I'm gonna paint. In fact, this was from Una Biagione. She does an unusual face technique that I like. Anyway, you have to print out what you're working from. So when I'm done with them, I don't throw them away. I get them wet. And this is what I get on the backs. So I'm going to add a little bit of jelly printing to that. I don't want to cover all that up. Let's do some dark. This is Black Flash. I've emptied 2 bottles today. Come on now. I know there's some more in there. That won't fit. And that won't fit. In Artist Studio, and you can't come up with something to scrape with. Here's an old stick that I write with sometimes. You don't want to wait too long. Put that aside. If we have time, I'm going to do a pastel, a pan pastel jelly plate combo. And this is that painter's paper, masking paper. You can get it at the hardware store. I'm pretty much prone to, as long as I'm getting anything up, I'll keep going. This looks like an old gate or something iron. Which is good. Had a little too much paint on there, but I'm going to put this one back down and do a second pull, see if I get anything. My paper is a little bit damp. So y'all been working on anything special or seen any good tutorials? Oh, I need to tell you, the giveaway thing is being run by King Sumo. I don't know, it's one of the software. It's automatic. I think it's Rafflecopter. Anyway, you get to it on my blog. Actually, axully.com. Okay. Now then, I put up just enough on that second print to give this one that I worked on a little interest. And I've got paint all over the sides. Let's do another green. Still got some of the black, but that's okay. I got to get back to painting. It's embarrassing that I promised kiddos the painting of their kids, grandkids, my grandkids, a portrait. It was a really cute idea until number 3 came along. I could finish him up in a week. Then I've got 2 more. Bless their hearts. Mimi hadn't finished their portrait. That's a great one. And there's enough of the other paper under there, the other colors under there, that you could tea dye that and just be real happy with it. And another reason I haven't done it is because I've kind of gotten in the habit of taping everything for you guys. And I'm not sure anybody's going to want to listen to me oil paint, because it is not instant gratification. that's cool. Calculator paper rolls. So are you pretending that they would mail like the tube? Like there would be something in it? I think my new project is going to be field note study, because that allows me a lot of leeway into where I'm going to travel for my next big expedition. Ooh, yeah. Look at that. All this stuff is pull up. Cool. Let's see, what am I going to do here? Anything? Yeah, maybe. No, that's already got. Let's put it right here. See if we get anything on a second pull. I could, Allie. I mean, is that something that y'all are interested in? I could do that. Because I know you don't want to watch me spend 30 minutes on a 2 square inch spot. And that way, too, if I did that in a voiceover, I could concentrate on my painting, because that does require a little more focus. Okay, let's do another white. I'm just going around the world with this thing. We're getting some more of it clean. I just have fun with it, so there you go. And my soft pastels, Lordy, I love doing those. And I've got the space set up over there. I don't have to move too much to get to it. It's just sitting there with probably $20,000 worth of soft pastels. Didn't do anything but soft pastels for about 5 years. But I've got to start moving stuff out a la selling it, because I have no storage. But the other side of that is you got to let people know you've got it. And they're just not going to intuit. I've even done some ATC card little pastels that are cute as a button. Oh, yeah. Oh, did y'all see that? Kind of nondescript, but again, with that other color behind it, and maybe a tea dye. Now, this one. Let's see what I pick up. Use a little more paint when you're doing a pull-up print. And I've also about decided that jelly printing, a good way to do it is just to print it right into your journal. And that way it's there and you've got a starter page for something else. Getting some of it. You see, even that, just that little patch of white right there helps that. I don't think there's anything else, but yeah, maybe. No, I didn't get much, if any. Okay, now I'm ready for you to start giving it up. The paint's all good and activated now, and it's breaking up. Oops. Oops, too much. Okay, famous trick. Pull up jelly plate. Okay. Pick her up again. Are y'all still staying indoors like good little soldiers? We've had some times that we had to get out, but thankfully it's been 10 days, and my dad passed last week, and there were lots of family members who don't believe in masks, even though it was a graveside service. There were folks there. I didn't go to the mom's house after, because I knew that they would be in the house talking and eating, and it would be a pretty good sized group. Okay. I am not queen bee of the jelly printing world. Arkansas's caseload has been doubling over the past couple of weeks. I shouldn't say doubling. It's hitting a new record every day. That's not good. All right. Got this little hole down here. Do bronze again. Some of that on there. And baby powder. Let's try some of that. Ooh, yes, you did. I don't know what we'll get. I don't think I want to cover that one. Come on now. Don't overthink it. Just go. I am in Northwest Arkansas, the home of Walmart, J.B. Hunt, Tyson, all those big corporations, and the Crystal Bridges Museum of American Art, which is the one that everybody in New York was upset about because all those treasures were going to come to the middle of nowhere. And I took up art in 2002. And the reason is because my daughter passed away and I had to do something to get my sanity back, and art did the trick. So I have trained mostly in portraiture, and I've done an equal amount of watercolor, oil, and soft pastels. That's a pretty one. Soft pastels. Encaustic, I love. I do commissions if somebody can catch me. Because commissions, you have to, especially if it's somebody's face, you got to make it look like them. Which isn't a problem, but you got to take more time with it. And you got deadlines and contracts and all that kind of thing. So then I got into mixed media a couple of years ago, not much, a little, to make myself loosen up because my instinct is to be a realism painter. You know, you always want what you don't have. I want to be loose and strokey and like a fashion, Nikolai fashion. And, you know, my style, if you know any of the old masters, is more of a boogaroo, where the skin is totally skin and it looks like it's glowing, and you may have 30 layers on just the face. So I'm a jack of all trades. And I'm everywhere on the internet. You can find me. Let me show you a picture. I know you're just dying for a picture. Here's 3. That's as far as I've gotten. Not a good picture, but he's got some plaster, Venetian plaster, and he's got some washi tape in there. I haven't got the face quite right yet, but that'll come. Here's a fairly loose portrait. I'll show you one of the 1 and 2. I named them all by numbers because 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. Still life. This is one of my favorites. And I have sold quite a few paintings. It's just that selling stuff retail is just not easy. And oh, here we go. You got to focus on that, and I'm just scattered as goose. Well, I guess that's all I'm going to get. I'm not showing all my pictures here. 15. I need to spend some time getting all this stuff organized. Maybe I can do that with all the time I'm going to have left from not being on. And I've been doing lately a lot of faces in journals, just practicing. And so that's been fun. Anyway, that's a little bit of me. And actually.com has a bunch of my art in a gallery there. Well, we left that a while, didn't we? But art will save your soul. Art therapy is a real thing. Ooh, that's where you at. What happens is that whatever it is that happens that makes you nuts takes over your brain, and that's all you think about. So if you can get involved in something, and like I said, art is one of the most recommended, but there's all kinds of creativity. But with art, if you can learn the tools, learn the brushes, learn the kind of marks they make, learn the differences between oil and acrylic and watercolor and gouache and all that. Once you learn that and it's a little bit automatic for you, then when you sit down to paint, your mind can wander off and, you know, just almost like meditating. And then when I get finished with that spell, I'm almost like I've had a nap, a long nap. So it does work. And then I have other tricks that that's interesting, that I employ. One is having music. I have my own favorites that I can play for, 8 or 9 hours. So there's a lot of music on there and it rotates. Not that I paint 8 or 9 hours, 3 or 4 is about all. And I have, if I play that with headphones in my ears, I can paint and not even really realize I'm painting. I'm on autopilot because I'm focused on music. And the other thing that really works well is books on tape, or podcasts. Something, we're getting some kind of cool marks there. Come on now. Martha Stewart. I've been saving these. How many of these little paint boogers have you thrown away? This makes a fabulous hole punch or cover on an eyelet hole for a tag or something. And when you pull it off, if you'll flatten it while it's still a little bit pliable. Look at that. Is that awesome? I think I should have shook it. Okay. This is just a real subtle mica in this. It's a Martha Stewart paint. Let's do some more powder. I'm not really doing the powder thing too much, am I? And wait a minute. Let's do this. Some blue. And I even got my Dina Wakley paints up. Had them for how long? I don't know. Back before, since she changed those little bitty bottles. Put that back over here. So, you're welcome. Anytime. My mission is to share what I learned. Now let's do another right here. What time is it? 4:23. Well, I need to find a clean plate so I can show you. I guess I could just go ahead and clean this one off. All of this stuff is usable, even though it's ugly. And do I have a clean plate? I do, I think. The pan pastels on the plate need to go down on a clean plate, and then it adheres to the plate, and it'll pull up forever. You'll have little bits of the stencil coming through. Ah, nice. See, just a little bit. Okay. Let's put this little baby away. Coat it back up for another day. I've got two that are fairly clean. I think my paper tin's the one we'll use. I'll move some of this out of the way. Now I pulled my metallic pan pastels just because the others are over there and I'd have to move some things to get to them. And I love my soft pastels, but they are hard to film. Okay. The hell is that? Oh. Who knows? Right. This is paint and that is not. So what I can do is pull a stencil. Excuse the sniffles. I must be allergic to you. Here's a good one. If we're lucky, I may even... Let's try to keep one over here. You know, one of the little soft tools. That's all right. I'll use this little thing. Now, we're going to pretend this whole thing is clean. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to come in and put color down. In no particular order. Now anything here is not going to pull because the paint is... Oh, there's a purple one. I did a face on... I was over at Rosemary Morris's one day and shoot, we'd be there for 5 or 6 hours, and I'd take a lot of things to work on because, as Joycey knows, I get bored easy. And I just sat down and did a pen pastel face on a jelly plate. Man, did I get some fun stuff. Okay, now you pull it off. Ta-da! And I think I'm going to come back in on top of it with this dark. It's kind of tricky sometimes. Because the colors are so pale. Like if you're using brighter pastels, you can use white. But white wouldn't have done any good on this one. All right, clean paper. Should have that out already. Grab it and go. Let's see if this works. I'm glad I used dark. It's cool down here, and that stuff was already starting to come up. Excuse me. I really thought it'd show up more than that. I'm just going to fill in some of these holes down here. Let's put some bronze. No, you kind of got a bronze. I hate to do it, but I'm going to use quinacridone. And I think I will get my brayer. These metallics don't have much pigment in them. Oh, I know what I've got right there. I've got my eyeshadows that I obsessed over till I found some. I'll give some blush. Da, da, da. I had a clean desk when we started. How nice, huh? You get another piece of paper. And a different stencil. Oops. Wait a minute. No. Skin tones are all covered. Most of these are stencil girls. I've got some Patty Tolly Parish in here. The rest of them are all hanging up nice and neat over. Let's do that one. Over on their rack, but that one maybe. Okay, here we go. This paper. Okay, these are kind of. I don't know. Let's just go. Just make this. I'm just using whatever color comes to mind. Get more color with my finger, it seems. I got these colors for $15, I think, on AliExpress. And the reason is because I said before, that pan pastels are difficult to move around your studio and nearly impossible to take to a, somebody's studio or something that you're doing. So I got these as a stand-in for this. And because they're inexpensive, they're not precious. And there are 3 trays of these babies. Right now, let's put some of this. No rhyme or reason, just, I mean, you can actually color it like a garden flower if you wanted to take that much pain with it. No, it won't do any good if you go over the other stencil. Hope I get some good pulls for you. All right. Let's see what we get. Now I think I will use, I'm going to use this Titan green pail. And I got way too much paint. You know better than that. I'm going to spill the rest of that black paint out. Yeah. Where are you, Ollie? If you're already not gone. What's that? Somebody says show. I'm about ready to quit, so y'all, if there's anybody here, I think there might be. So I can put the lid back on this and use it. What's left of it. It's going to be a mess to clean up tomorrow. We're going to take a look at what I did. We're getting some good stuff off the bottom where the paint was. That's paint. Now, see the stencil? That's going to stay on there for a long time. You'll pull a little little tidbits of it up. This was good color. That's subtle. It's okay. It's really not a bad piece of paper. One more. Let's see what I got on here. Nothing. Nothing. Let's go white. You cannot squeeze this bottle. I wonder why they do that. Especially since this is their student quality from Black. There ain't no kid I know that could get it out. Those are little pieces of paper right there. Out of my way. Okay, hurry, hurry, hurry. You need a piece of paper. Hey, Sophia. Oh, thank you, Sophia. I think so too. I used to until YouTube changed its algorithms. And then I think also the COVID happened about that time and everybody started going online. It's okay because I pick up views on reruns. Besides that, I like seeing you guys. But be sure that you have signed up for the giveaway when I get to 2,000 subscribers. It's on actually.com. AXULLY. Yeah, nice, very subtle. That's a wonderful background. And that was a piece of paper that pulled. Get it off carefully. Some of it may be paint. Do, 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 do. All right, let's do no. Let's do one more. Ooh, this got a purple incandescence. See if we get anything. And then we're going to have a show and tell. I kind of like this. Anyway, eyeshadow through a stencil or pan pastels. I must have done that face. Let's see, I did it in sepia tones or, you know, rust colors. I must have gotten 10 or 12 recognizable pulls off that one application. May not see any. No, but that's a good background for later. We can put some more stuff on it. This is the white. I think I've got all I'm going to get. Okay. Now, I can still see the pattern of the stencil, so there's still stuff there. That was my whole point. Okay. This is the attempt to get some more. I can see some shadow lines, not a whole lot. And I am getting some grunge off the plate, which is good. I like that. All right, here's the other one that we just did. That must have pulled off the plate. That would really be nice. And if you tea stain this paper and then take a photograph or take one before and after, this one turned out really nice. It's very textured. These were all Sophia, I'm sorry, on a 6-inch square dirty filthy plate. And here's the first pull from the pen pastels. And if yours truly had taken a little more time with it, this is the first pull, because the first stencil I put down was this stair stepper. You can see it here, can't see it there. There's some. And this is on the green masking paper. And I did some powder on this one. You can kind of tell where it is. I was playing with baby powder. Here's a nice one for old wall look. These pieces tore up, but they will be fine. This is nice. But tea stain these, ooh, man, they'd be so nice. This one's nice. It's got some green and a little bit of turquoise. A little bit of the azo, nickel azo. And this one turned out nice. It was just mostly coppery color. And then I came back in with third pull on a white with white on it. And it really turned out nice right here. So these are going to work good in my new field notes project. I covered up most of my stain, but that's okay. And that one needs a little more. Yeah, nothing much. Kind of looks like a hieroglyphic right there. Let's see, is that it? Wow, that was a nice afternoon's work. Oh, I was going to show you guys this too. We didn't get to it because I pooped out. Better finish that. This is kind of a new technique I'm playing with watercolor. I'm trying to do some simple birds that have a lot of pop and character, and they're easy. So what I do is spray it first. I got a new spray bottle that sprays all kinds of different spots. And I think the Tim Holtz little one would do the same thing. But I spray it with that first. And this one I sprayed with the Acron ink. And I got a little bit too heavy here. But this is what I was after, was these splotchy looks. And then immediately while those are wet, come back in with your watercolor and paint your object disappearing into the dots. There's a blue jay or kingfisher or whatever. And that one's kind of cute. So anyway, that's what I'm playing with. This was where I was preparing different stages for what I was going to do. That one's a train wreck, but you know, you gotta do the work, do the mile. So anyway, that's going to be part of the field notes. So we'll make sure these are separated enough so they won't stick. And then I am going to go. I love you guys muchly. And I will come back in tomorrow and clean this mess up. Doesn't have to be a whole lot of cleanup because the paints weren't really all that thick. There. Right. Nuru, welcome. Hi, Deborah. Aw. Oh, goodness. Have a good night's sleep, Sophia. Did you enjoy that? Good. Deborah, I hadn't seen you in a while. It's good to see you. Or maybe you've been here and I just didn't know it. That is totally possible. All right, guys. I hope you enjoyed this. And if you want to see me do anything in particular, just drop me a direct message or make a comment underneath the video, either one. I'm easy to find. And now I'm going to get paint off my thumbs. All right, guys. I love you. Short and sweet. And bye-bye. Next Tuesday.